How do you feel about a friend with benefits? But instead of sexual benefits, it's just cuddling? Hugging the homies is top tier. I could see that on a t-shirt. I need one now. Man, why are you shirtless? This is more than fine, but in my experience, it's rarely a balanced relationship, and one of the respective cuddlers is often secretly hoping things turn sexual or romantic. Cuddling can be dangerous territory. Before I started dating my ex, she kept asking me to cuddle and trying to convince me that it was normal for friends to cuddle where she's from. The day I finally took her up on her offer, she kissed me and gave me a blowjob. I'm not sure if I believe in platonic cuddling anymore. It was just a platonic blowjob. What's a little d suck in between friends? Homosexual. There used to be parties in New York and other cities where people could go to cuddle complete strangers with consent in their pajamas. Moderators were always there to make sure nobody tried having sex. I don't know if they are still a thing. Strangers would be different than friends for me. I don't know strangers. I already partially love my friends. Sex aside, it'd be hard to cuddle with friends and not get emotionally hurt. A cuddle pile of near strangers would be far easier to handle. Wait, why is it easy to get hurt cuddling with friends? That would be better than a pillow. You mean body pillow? Any pillow really? Tried that with my roommate. We were both recently single and really missed cuddling, so we tried what we called platonic cuddling to ease the loneliness. Didn't really work. I think there needs to be some level of chemistry between people for cuddling to have its desired effect, and while we are really good friends, it just didn't scratch that itch. This cuddling plus chemistry equals magic. Sounds kinda close to just dating, lol. It's just dating with no extra steps. There's a whole universe of this. People pay for it. Look into professional cuddling services. Paid cuddling? I don't know whether to be happy that people have access to that, or sad that they need it. Kind of like animal shelters. Now I wish there was a place you could go and just cuddle animals. The zoo if you aren't a coward. In theory, great. But in practice, there is a huge overlap between the people I'd want to cuddle with and the people I'd want to have sex with. For me, the cuddling would make most sense before or after sex. Sure, it doesn't have to be sexual, but if things are already that intimate, it isn't a far step to other feelings. On the other hand, just yesterday my cousin was telling me about this, how he and a friend were doing lots of cuddling, even reading the Cuddle Sutra, which I guess is about platonic but intimate cuddle positions. He seems real happy about it, but I know, if that were me, the emotional catharsis of cuddling and the physical catharsis of sex go best together. I might be happy to just cuddle, but damn, I'd be super horny after, assuming I'm attracted to my cuddle partner, which could be safely assumed if I'm cuddling with them. On the other hand, just yesterday my cousin, although this was going in another direction. Cousin, let's go bowling and cuddling. I saw cousin and bowing, and I instinctively read this in the voice of Roman from GTA 4, and now I can't stop imagining Roman and Nico cuddling. I mean, in high school and college we had a co-ed group of about a dozen friends. On movie nights we all chose a cuddle buddy before settling in to watch. That group had male and female, gay/straight/bi friends, and there was no bias. We just grabbed a friend and cuddled. If we were doing a movie marathon, we often switched cuddle buddies in between movies. Edit. I grew up in an emotionally abusive household and rarely gave or received physical or verbal affection. Before I found this group of friends, many of my other friends would make fun of me for being unable/unwilling to say, "I love you," or to accept physical contact like hugs. This new group of friends gave me a safe place to love and be loved without any pressure or strings attached. When I first started going to movie nights with them, I would sit in the kitchen or on the floor in front of the couch. They did not judge me for it. I'm not close to anyone from that group now, but I'm forever grateful to the love they gave me and taught me to accept. Even in romantic relationships, you should totally have cuddles that don't lead to sex. I'm now married. My spouse and I snuggle most nights while either watching TV or with one of us playing video games. Sometimes the snuggling leads to sex, but there is never pressure to do it if one of us isn't in the mood. Sometimes I just need snuggles. My spouse gives me a safe space of comfort and love. No matter the relationship. Snuggling should not imply sex is mandatory. Man, I wish. I've only ever cuddled to a movie once. Greatest thing ever. If there wasn't as much sexual tension it would have been 10x better though. Bro, I'll cuddle you right now. Depends. What kind of movie do you want to watch? And what kind of food, if any, do you want? I love my dog. Same. Single, so I cuddle my 100-pound dog. Yeah. All these dirty MFS thinking cuddling always leads to the tanky tanks. Sometimes I just want to get platonic with a pupper. Get this guy a puppers. I'd have a beer. Honestly, that'd be nice. I could use a hug. We could probably all use a hug. Hugs are definitely one of things I'm missing being single during COVID, or any human contact. Really, I was grabbing my receipt and the cashier touched my skin. I was startled by how weird it felt. I feel like when this passes, I'll have to do some kind of touch therapy to be comfortable being touched again. Same. I've been having physical therapy due to a leg injury, and I'm getting a massage next week. Never knew I could sweat so much when I'm just lying there. I worry for that masseurs. Depending on how hairy, acne ridden, and clean/dirty your skin is, they've probably dealt with worse. It's too hot to cuddle. Maybe you're just too hot to cuddle. Get a room, damn it. To cuddle. That is. Virginity is cool. Stay pure. Tried it, but it turned into sex. Yep. Spooning leads to forking. After forking, you clone it to your local machine and then commit changes. Oh no, not commitment. Jit reset. Jit reset. Hard. Had that arrangement with a friend in college. Would definitely do it again for multiple reasons. Gets rid of feelings of skin hunger/touch starvation, made me much more confident around women. Had a / guaranteed date for miscellaneous formal social events. If you find someone open to this, go ahead. Just know that they might break it off if they find someone that gives sex and cuddles. Also had this quite naturally with a friend in college. We had a very physically close friendship for years, but without any sex or sexual overtones. We were just comfy with each other and affectionate. Sometimes even held hands. Stopped when he got a serious girlfriend though, as I'm sure it would have been crossing boundaries with their relationship. As in the cuddling stopped. But our friendship continued on. As far as I know, neither of us ever had romantic or sexual feelings for each other. And we often talked about our feelings about other people and relationships/crushes we had. It was just a great friendship and I treasured it. You were very lucky. I really was. And still am. He's living on the other side of the world now with his wife and kids. And I'm still in the city we lived in with my partner. So we don't have the same connection anymore. But I was lucky to have something so special at the time. I just wanna say, I adore this outlook of looking back and appreciating what was, rather than mourning how it's changed. I'm sure that's a little bit of an oversimplification. But it's inspiring to see that that's how you see it now. Need now. I'm lonely. Sending you a hug. I know these are only letters on a screen, but I truly hope you are able to feel this small gesture from a fellow human who has known similar times and would have given anything for a heartfelt hug and the accompanying feeling of another. Times got better for me, and I hope that feeling better finds you soon, friend. Oh my gosh, thank you. I totally didn't expect anyone to see my comment. I almost cried reading this. I'm sending a hug right back. Hug received. Thanks for both the hug and smile you brought to my day. This is just too wholesome, oh my gosh. How about instead of cuddling I get health and dental benefits? Health and dental only available with the mandatory cuddles plan. Health and dental insurance just for cuddling. F yes. I'm a female truck driver who is bisexual and hasn't had the greatest of luck when picking partners for relationships. About 3 years ago I broke up with a manipulative asshole of an ex and decided that I wasn't going to get involved with anyone for a while. Clear my plate, so to speak. But I was lonely. There are lots of truckers out here that are in it for one night stands. But I'm just not that kind of person. I needed comfort. Without the sex and all the strings attached. So in my weird wisdom, when I was planning on going home to basically recharge my batteries and see some family, I posted an ad on Craigslist. Nothing special, just pretty much free room and board in a semi-truck. Free travel. No felons obviously. The only requirement was to provide platonic comfort after the long days and nights, and to help out with paperwork and sending messages over our electronic log. Gets things done faster, and it isn't hugely difficult. There of course were the thousands of spam ads and several guys who thought I was playing prostitute. But then I had a few promising replies. Should mention here that a needed at length interview needed to happen in where we would spend the day together doing whatever and learning about one another, so we knew we were compatible riding buddies. One woman replied, "We met and had a wonderful afternoon." She wanted a break from some of her life responsibilities. Her lease on her place was up. She was also bisexual. We liked the same things, had the same kind of humor, music likes, etc etc. She was with me in my truck for about 7 months and some change. We drove all over the US. She learned stuff about truckers. I learned things about what she did, keeping things anonymous as she uses Reddit. And we had the best time. We cuddled during my 10-hour breaks. She got thousands of pictures and went to dozens of places she never would have if she hadn't replied to my Craigslist post. We parted ways as she got tired of the traveling life like most normal folks, and we still correspond once in a while. We both have different lives now, as I'm engaged with surprise baby #4 on the way, and she's married with 2 lovely children of her own. That's my story anyway. I also screwed up the timelines. I'm not good at numbers, but I'll explain here. I broke up with my ex in March 2017. And my friend got onto the truck with me about 2 months later. She stayed on the truck until midway through 2018. Her relationship and subsequent children's birth timelines are a little weird, but in short it was a whirlwind romance that ended in twin boys being born. Sorry for the confusion. For those that are jabbing me in the side for my surprise 4th kid, I have 3 older children. My youngest is 12 now, besides the one I'm pregnant with now. And my ex-husband and I divorced a few years after she was born. My fiance now is, for all other explanations, broken. His little soldiers don't swim, and half or more don't carry genetic info to even make a baby. I was also on birth control at the time too. It's my surprise baby, my fiance's miracle baby. If you sold the movie rights to your story, I would watch it. The issue is that I imagine there would be a lot of pressure for the studio and or test audiences to change the ending so that they get together happily ever after, when to us the beauty of the story is that they don't, and that's still okay. You could always do it like La La Land where the main romantic couple didn't end up Tojit. Spoiler alert.